Well, welcome back, friends, to this year's holiday series of Storytime with Officer Jules. This week, the book is called The Christmas Wish, and it's written by Lori Evert, and it's photographed by Per Breiehagen. And this is the cover of the book, in case you're looking for it. Let's see here. Let's get started. The Christmas Wish. Long, long ago, in a place so far north that the mothers never pack away the wool hats or mittens, lived a sweet little girl named Anya, whose greatest dream was to become one of Santa's elves. One year, as the days grew shorter and the snow had fallen for a few weeks without rest, Anya decided it was time to look for Santa Claus. There's Anya looking out the window. Before she left, she remembered the kind old woman who lived down the lane. She had no children or grandchildren of her own, so Anya wanted to help her get ready for Christmas. As the old woman napped, Anya caught her naughty cat for her and decorated her gingerbread house they had baked together the day before. She swept out the sauna. This is a very cold place. They actually have saunas there. And there's Anya sweeping out the sauna. And found a small tree for her to enjoy. So Anya's bringing a tree. After all that work, she's bringing a tree to the kind old woman. Then Anya delivered gifts to her friends and family with a note saying she would visit them whenever her busy job with Santa would permit. Anya was well prepared for her journey. She watched the sky at night, observing the position of the North Star, and she memorized the great map on the schoolroom wall. I guess this is Anya's classroom, and here's the map that she was memorizing so that she could find Santa. Still, as she tied on her skis and began to glide away into the forest, Anya started to worry. What if I get lost? She wondered out loud. I can help you, sang a tiny voice. Startled, Anya looked back to see who had spoken. Up here, said the voice, and a bright red bird swooped down and landed on her ski pole. Anya explained her wish to find Santa at the North Pole. But now I wonder if I'm foolish, she said. Not when you have the right friends, the bird answered. If you trust me, I can help you. But we must hurry. The days are short and Christmas is very near. Looks like a cardinal to me that's on the ski pole. So Anya skied after the patient bird, who led the way so the child could make her way through the deep snow. When they came to a mountainside, Anya flew so fast over the sparkling powder that the bird could barely keep up with her. She must be a good skier. She's skiing and the bird is way behind her, see? At the foot of the mountain, the bird whistled, and they were greeted by a great horse. You may sleep in my barn tonight, he offered. Tomorrow I can take you as far as one day and one night will allow. The cardinal fluttered away before Anya could thank him. Morning came in a blink. The horse invited the still sleepy Anya to climb onto his back. They talked the day away as they rode through the snowy forest. It's a massive, huge horse. Evening fell as they approached the mountain pass. The sky came alive with dancing colors of the northern lights. They stood spellbound for hours and fell asleep, the horse standing strong and, and solid with Anya lying across his warm back. The northern lights. Have we heard about the northern lights? Maybe ask mommy and daddy about the northern lights and they can show you them on television. Anya was sad when she awoke and remembered that the horse would have to leave her, but she knew that his people would be worried about him. Later, as they approached the gleaming ice fall, the horse whinnied loudly 3 times, and from a hole in the ice appeared the oddest looking creature that Anya had ever seen. I wonder what this creature's going to be. Does anyone know what this is? I think it may be a musk ox. Oh, the musk ox spoke softly and slowly. The cardinal asked me to escort you under the glacier to the tundra, she said. Then she turned and walked back into the dark cave. Follow her now, the horse told Anya. She is shy, but she is trustworthy. He saw that Anya was sad to leave him, so he said, when you are Santa's elf, you can visit me whenever you wish. But hurry now, Christmas is very near. Anya took off her skis and bravely joined the plodding ox. The cave was dark as night as Anya followed the musk ox downward, and luminescent blue as they climbed up the trail of ice and stones. When they emerged, Anya saw a tremendous fur blanket laying on the ground in front of her. Just as she was ready to collapse into its warm folds, it shifted. It rose. It wasn't a blanket. It was an enormous bear, just like the ones in the tales her father told her around the fire. After Anya thanked the muskox for her help, the bear spoke. I have come to take you north over the tundra, he said in a deep, soothing voice. You may ski or ride as you wish, but we must hurry. Christmas is coming soon. So there's the muskox, and here is, oh no, yep, there's the muskox, and here is the new friend, the bear. And there's Anya sitting on the back. When they stopped for a rest, Anya found a small book in her pocket. In the day's last light, she read a story to the bear about a troll and 3 silly little goats. The next day was bright again. Anya skied, then rode on the bear's back. He was great company. They sang songs and made each other laugh. They reached their destination early. Anya had no idea how the bear could tell this spot from any other, but he told her they would be meeting a friend at this exact place. Since we have the time, let's take another rest, he said. Anya curled up into the bear's softness and slept without a dream. I wish I could sleep like this just for like 1 hour. They awoke to a jingling, jangling sound. Sleigh bells. Anya and the bear looked up and a reindeer landed right in front of them. I'm so glad I found you, the reindeer said. We must run, for I am too tired to fly. Anya felt sorry for him. He looked exhausted. As she took his harness off, she remembered an apple that she had brought and offered it to him. The reindeer thanked her as he happily ate the apple. Anya hugged the bear goodbye. Then she put her skis on her skis and set forth with her new friend. Let's see. Okay, here we go. At first, Anya tried to ski behind the reindeer, but he was much too fast. so Hanya asked him to tow her. It was as close to flying as she had ever been. Anya skied that way for many miles, just as she began to worry that she could not hang on any longer. The reindeer called, "Hold tight." Well, let's see what's going to happen. Here's Anya being towed by the reindeer. Can we see that? Okay. In a flash, they were soaring through the sky. Anya watched as the ice gave way to the ocean she had seen on the schoolroom map. She saw eagles and whales and giant icebergs that reminded her of the rock candy she made with her mother. Finally, they landed in a lovely clearing surrounded by trees, cloaked in snow. Then Anya's wish came true. Well, let's take a look at Anya soaring behind the reindeer. And then we're going to take a look at what Anya's wish that came true. Santa Claus appeared. He lifted Anya onto his knee. "Welcome, Anya," he said. "I have been waiting for you. You are an extraordinary little girl. Where there are many children who wish to be one of Santa's elves, you are the first to have come this far. And you are already my most important helper. You bring kindness and joy to those around you all year long. Thank you. Now, may I ask you for a favor?" he added with a smile. "Will you help me drive my sleigh?" There's Santa and Anya in Santa's sleigh. Anya was thrilled to give the command to fly. And let's see, how many reindeer? Can we count the reindeer? Sure, let's count. See the reindeer in the sleigh? It was very early Christmas morning when they landed near Anya's home. "Before I leave," said Santa, "I'd like to give you a very special gift. This is a magical bell. If you ever need help, ring this bell 3 times." Wow, look where this is near Anya's house. And there's the magic bell. And look over here. Who's this? This is the cardinal that helped her at first. Santa kissed her on the cheek, and the next thing she knew, she was in her bed. Anya sat up and looked out of the window and into the frosty morning. There was no sleigh, no reindeer, no tracks in the snow. She held the bell closely. Was it all a dream, she wondered? There's Anya and the bell sitting in her bed, looking out the window, and she didn't see any sleighs. Was it all a dream, she wondered? Well, what do you think? Was it all a dream? Well, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week for the final installment of this year's holiday series of Storytime with Officer Jules.